Hello everyone, I'm RiverFox. Welcome to another Back to Basics video. Now today we're going to be going over your Plankerton Storm Shield Defense number 5. Now with this one you won't need to place any new amplifiers. It will just be 3 waves and it will be random which ones they will go for. Depending on which amplifiers you have placed depends pretty much which ones are going to get attacked. Now for this one, in case you do not know, with the SSDs and all the new series that I'm doing, I do have 2 brand new accounts which I'm working through. So for these SSDs, I'm going to be trying to do as many of the amplifiers that I can in the SSDs. So for this account, which is my 3rd account, we do have this amplifier up here placed, whereas on my other account I've placed that one over there instead. So I've got a few different ones, so depending which one you are following, I'm going to go through quickly with you. Now I haven't made a vast amount of changes to any of these for this defense. I did, however, come and upgrade some traps over here. We did originally used to have I think it was level 26 traps in here, so I have upgraded these ones to 51s because you can sometimes get the smasher waves and things down here, so we do need to have some higher level traps up here. So the actual build is exactly the same. All I've done is sort of slowly knock it down and rebuild it exactly the same, but just putting some slightly higher traps in there. I don't have any fantastic traps. These are literally the ones that I have been able to luckily get from llamas. On the other account, which I'm going to show you in a moment, I don't even have legendary ones. I've got mainly epics and blues and things. So I don't have any real fancy traps or anything on there, so you don't need to worry too much at the moment. But this amp over here then, which is our amp B, as I say, that is pretty much the only changes that I've made there. I haven't done anything else over on that. Now, from the north over here, I did upgrade the traps over here as well and put in level 51s, I think it was, yes, 51s in this side as well, because a lot of this will actually stay later on. Although we're going to change traps up and put higher level traps as we get them, the actual builds themselves are pretty much mainly going to stay as they are for the endurance. So you can keep the builds, you can just replace and put higher traps as you get them. I did add in this little section over here which we didn't have before, only because being SSD5 they're going to start getting a bit more powerful. So our ceiling traps which we had up from before, they won't take every single one out, so they should take care of most of those. Now the other amplifier that we've got on this account, I do want to note as well with the anti-air traps, make sure you do have anti-air traps on this amplifier B if you place this one over here, because you will get flingers in, I think it's wave 3. If it attacks on this amplifier, then you will get the flingers, and once you have started your defense, then they are going to start coming up this ramp up here, which until you get to do your defense, your barrier is going to be across here, so you won't even be able to get over to this to block it off. So your flingers especially will spawn over there, they will come all the way, come up this ramp, come along here, and they will make their way over this way. And I did place that there, but there's also another ramp up this side, which again you can't even get to before you do this defense. And I did find that they were standing over here or standing over here. They were dropping over to this point, standing here, and literally just flinging over at our amplifier over here. So I placed in a load of anti-air traps to catch those when they fling, because even though they are flinging husks over, the anti-air traps will take care of the thrown husks and destroy them before they get there. So you've got to make sure you've got some anti-air traps, either that or just shoot at your flinger when it comes, your lobber when it comes, or your flinger. So that's the only change I've made there. I haven't made any other changes to this side. This is still on our low level traps. I can't even get over to see what they are. 26s. These are still our 26 traps, because we are going to get to the point then of placing this amplifier. So I couldn't really be bothered to go and replace them all for 51s and then have to replace them again in a or knock it all down when we place this amplifier. So I've left that all the same. We do have this lobber shield up this side and flinger shield, which will stop them from being annoying and standing down here, which they tend to like doing. They would stand at this point and just lob straight over there. You don't need to upgrade it, because as long as they can't see your amplifier, then they won't start bashing or flinging at it. So you don't have to worry about actually upgrading it. All the traps along this section, they've not been changed at all. They're all still exactly the same as they were before. They're still quite low. This one over here, now this one worked pretty fine. There was no problems on these, so I haven't changed any of that section in there too much. What I did do, I did have floor launchers on here, which I've taken them off because of the changes that we've had in traps, and the fact that launchers and things only work for a certain duration before they stop being effective to the husks. So I had wall launchers on there and I had floor launchers underneath them, so I found they were getting used up too quickly. So I took out the floor launchers, I've replaced them with some floor freeze traps. I've left the wall launchers in there. I don't know what it is, why these two traps keep disappearing. I keep putting traps on there and they keep disappearing. I don't know why. Just one of them random things. But what I did do as well, I did upgrade some of these traps on here. I think these are 26s still. Yeah, these are in here. Yes, these few out here I've upgraded to 51s in the middle. The rest are all still the same. Some 51s up here as well. And I did put in a few drop traps over this ramp as well, because that will take out majority that are actually going to come in. I think that's pretty much for that side. I didn't make any changes over this direction here at all. These are all still the same. At some point it will get changed and I will upgrade them to 51s, but until we get a little bit further, I haven't worried too much. Over at this amplifier over here, I did sort of upgrade some of these and put a few 51s in, because they replaced, I think, the floors or some of them, but that's still pretty much the same as it was before, as is this section over here. I haven't changed any of this lot at all. We did, however, get a little bit further open here. Now this barrier will come across here, where before you actually start the defense. So I did manage to put in an extra row here, which hasn't upgraded properly. So we've got an extra row of traps in here to catch them as they come in from there. The only other thing I've done, let's see, did I put in? No, I didn't put in anything up there. Yeah, this one's still the same as it was before. No changes on that bit. I've not made any other changes over there on this one. This one still worked pretty well as it was, and I haven't made any changes on this one either, so that is all still the same. This build over here for this home base, I still haven't changed over yet. I'm going to change this, but just so you know, it will still work for this SSD. Probably it's going to need changing by the time you get on to the next one. But anyway, that is this account. I've not really made too many changes on it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly log out of this one, log into my fourth account so I can show you my builds and things over there. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you in a minute. Okay, right, now I'm on my 4th account now, and just for you to know, in here I don't have any fancy traps in here either. I've really, in fact, I've got worse traps in here than I do on the other account, so there's nothing fancy along all of these at all. Now on this one I did make a couple of changes. This one, I think, yeah, this one here, this might look slightly different than it did before. I was kind of a noob. I forgot which account I was on, and I thought I'd placed the amp up there. So I knocked all this down and then suddenly realized, oh, damn it, and had to rebuild. So it might look slightly different, but it works. It works anyway. It's literally just a couple of entrances in, a few wall launchers on here just to fling them into boxes and things, deal some damage as they come in. So nothing, you know, too major on it. This over here, I think I did cover this on my last video on the SSD4. I think I did. This is my endurance build. This one over here, this, apart from the traps themselves, all of this will stay all the way through all of the Plankerton SSDs and into the endurance. You'll just need to upgrade your traps and things when you progress and get better traps. But the actual builds of it will all be for the endurance. And I have done a step-by-step guide on this one a little while ago, but it still works perfectly fine, so do check that out. It should be a link in the description that will cover that build. This is just a fancy, just for show kind of thing, so don't worry about that. This one over here, now I haven't made any changes over here at all. If anything, all this section we're standing on here, with the exception of this over there, all of this lot, this can be destroyed. You don't need this now for SSD 4 or 5. As soon as you've placed this amplifier here, then you won't need these builds. You'll never get attacked on amplifier A from this direction. So you can get rid of those. I haven't changed anything over there. That's still all the same as it was on SSD 4. Now, I did make a few changes over on this one. This is sort of pretty similar to the other account which you saw. Again, on this one, I've made some changes. I had some floor launchers down here. I've replaced those, and I've put in some electric fields up there, and I've got a drop trap on the end of it. Now, I did add in this section over here, just because we get a lot stronger husks now, so it wasn't coping just having it from this section here, so we had to change that. So they're going to spawn from it all the way back over here. They're going to spawn around this section down here, so they will come up this ramp. As soon as they get up any part of this ramp, they get hit by all of these drop traps, which are going to deal some damage. We got some sound walls here to hopefully stop any propanes that might come, and then if they make it any point in here, then they get slowed down by the wooden floor spikes. We got some broadsides to cause massive damage, and then they're going to start heading into our tunnels. So I've got 2 launchers in here, which are going to fling them into these boxes and more than likely kill them all off before they even get any further. If they do make it out, then they get hit by these wall launchers, which fling them all down there. All that section is all still the same from the previous SSD as well, as is all of this up here. I haven't made any changes to any of this up here either, so that's all the same. This over here, I did realize I hadn't even finished upgrading it all, so I've just upgraded it, put in a few slightly higher traps in it, but the builds themselves are all still the same. I did put in this lobber shield along all of this side. Again, it's not upgraded, it's just tier 1, because we were getting the flinger was coming to stand over at this point here, and just flinging straight over, causing some damage over there. So I've put in the big lobber shield and flinger shield just to stop that. We haven't made any other changes to any of this lot over here. This is still all pretty much the same. And this one over here, again, I put in some lobber shields up here just in case we get any of the flingers from this direction instead, because for this amplifier you can get attacked from the south, the west, or from the north. So we put in the lobber shield up all three sides rather. I don't think until later on they will start spawning up on the top of this, but I'll keep you posted if we get any SSDs where they spawn up here. I know they do in the Endurance, but I'm not sure if they do on SSDs. I took out one piece here. We did have a ceiling piece up here. I've taken that one out because if they do spawn up there, they normally just fall straight down at this tile. So we didn't want them landing on the top and then just walking straight over. Other than that, I haven't made any other changes to it. It's still all pretty much as it was before. I can't believe I'm finding all these structures everywhere that I haven't finished upgrading. So I'll go and upgrade those for my own satisfaction. But yeah, that is your builds and everything for SSD5. They're still pretty much the same as they were before, just the occasional little change to it, and it should work for you no problems. As said, I don't have any fancy traps on this account. They literally, you know, they've got really bad perks, no perks whatsoever, and yeah, nothing posh on there, so you don't need to worry that your traps aren't going to work and everything. I've just upgraded traps as they were from playing the game. Nothing special. So yeah, so you should be able to complete your SSD5 no problem. The next one, which will be coming out soon, SSD6, we're gonna have to place a new amplifier. So we got two possibilities. I'm gonna decide which ones I'm gonna place on which account, but I hope this does help you out. If it does, don't forget to hit the like, smash subscribe, use code RiverFox in the item store. Check in the description, there will be links there for anything else that will help you out with your SSDs. I will, when I do get up to the Endurances and when I get into Canny Valley SSDs, I will do step-by-step guides. For the moment, because it's only Plankerton, you don't really need step-by-steps. As long as it's similar to what mine are like, you're not going to really have any problems. They're not going to be too difficult on Plankerton and Stonewood, but they do start getting a bit more complicated when you get into Canny Valley, so I'll do the step-by-step guides when I get to those. But yes, I hope you enjoy. Until the next one, have a fantastic day and stay safe, my friends.